Disney always gives us the happy ending, but that's nowhere near the truth. The actual stories in which these movies are based on are pretty much dark and twisted. This is the true story of The Little Mermaid, the actual story of how it goes. In the movie, it's like the princess and the prince fall in love and then they live happily ever after, but that's not how it goes. In the mermaid world, they have this annual thing where they are allowed to take a sneak peek of the outer world once they're 15, which is actually the adult or however you say it, that part of their lives. And the little mermaid is actually very curious about that world, and she's 15 now. It's her chance. So she goes there and she sees a ship of some sort, and the prince is there and it's his birthday, and she instantly falls in love with him. Yeah, love at first sight, that sort of thing. But there's a storm coming. Like literally there was a storm coming, and it hits the boat. It's broken down. Everyone's like drowning. The prince is drowning. So the mermaid goes and saves the prince's life. But the prince is there on the prince like doesn't know who saved his life. And he sees, like, when he wakes up, he sees some girl there, and she lives in a temple of some sort. She came from a nearby temple, and he just assumes like it was her who saved his life, but that was not the case. But it's whatever. Meanwhile, the little mermaid goes and asks her grandma, which was not in the movie, of course. The grandma explains like mermaids have a life of 300 years, and when they die, they become some sea foam sort of thing, and that's it. Done. Life is done for them. But humans like have a soul, and they can go into heaven, and life doesn't end for them. So she knows that she's not gonna have that. So she needs some sort of a cheat code or something to go there. So she goes and finds about this witchcraft, so a sort of thing that happens there, and she goes and makes a deal with a witch. And then there's the conditions, like she would be granted legs, like, and get some crazy dance moves with it. But like whenever she'll walk, it'll feel like there are like 1,000 knives that just stabbing her feet, something like that. And that if the prince falls in love with her and then marries her, then half of the prince's soul would just be transferred into her. Easy peasy stuff, right? But the prince marries the girl from the temple, who was also a princess. Like, how convenient is that? And the mermaid knows like now nothing can be done. It's like done, man. She's like heartbroken, and like she's just waiting to die. But she has 5 sisters who were previously allowed to go and know about the human world and all that. They also make a deal with Ursula, I guess. She's the witch here. And they sacrifice their hair, their beautiful hair, and they get a knife in return. And that knife is like some sort of has a power that if the little mermaid stabs the prince with that thing, and takes his blood or something onto her feet, then she will have a soul. It like the princess soul would be transferred into the mermaid's one. Easy peasy again. But she didn't want to do any of that thing. She just wanted to give her life up, so she jumps off. He gives her life and she dies. That's how it goes. That's the end. She dies. Nah, I'm just kidding. Of course she dies, but that's not how it goes. There's a further story, a little bit extra. Like when she's dead, she doesn't turn into sea foam. Like nature plays some magic on her. Like she becomes a daughter of the air. That's a thing. and she's allowed a chance. Like, if she can do good deeds for 300 years, she will get a soul and she will get a chance to be in heaven. Now, that's the story. Like, you have to be good and all that. But this was supposed to be a children's story back then. Like, what kind of children's story is this with death and weird deals made from witches and all that? And have you like noticed that Ursula in this whole story is not the villain? There is no bad guy. There is no villain in this one. And like, it's like how things goes. It's just no one's the bad guy here. People just wanted stuff and things happen like that. And there's also a theory about Ursula that she is actually the aunt of the Little Mermaid, because his father and Ursula are the only ones who have magical powers. And speaking of his father, where was his dad all this time? Like, all this crap happened, and his dad's like, okay, I don't know, I am gonna like be on a vacation of some sort. Well, that was the story of the Little Mermaid. I don't really think that would have been appropriate if they showed the actual story in Disney. That's why they sugarcoated it. Anyway, the animation wasn't that good. I know, I drew it on my phone and it wasn't quite good. Excuses, right? And anyway, if you liked it, you should subscribe and like and all those things if you're interested. Anyway, see ya!